Alright, my name's Travis, and I got a boat for sale. And basically, let me start telling you about it. I got a foot controlled trolling motor. You push the button right here with your foot, and the propeller starts whirling. As so. She's a motor guide, 24 foot-pound thrust. She is a fold away. So you get done fishing where you're fishing, you grab the handle, pull it up. We do have a depth finder here. I push the button, she comes on. She's a CUDA 300. She gives you depth and temperature and all that fun stuff. She is a fish finder. Now I've got one CUDA 300 there. I've got a matching CUDA 300 there. Says you, and a lot of people only have one depth finder. I like two, so as I'm driving I can see what I'm over. Then I like as I'm fishing in the driver's seat I see what I'm over. Bought this thing here. It is a beverage holder. It also doubles as a fishing rod holder, and it's got this slide out thing that holds your whatever your plug of the day very well may be. From there, we do have a front light. She does work. We've got two, whatever you call them fun things, tie down holders or tie up to a dock, whatever be it may. From there, if you're done trolling, you want to put it up from your driver's seat. You fold it up like so. Put it back down, just grab it, over she goes, put your foot on the pedal, start steering. From there, the seats are 3, maybe 4 years old. Whenever I did the restoration of this boat, they all do match, all same date. They're all from Bass Pro Shops. Trolling motor has like 4 or 5 speeds on it, whatever it is, it'll drag you along just fine. I did put a quick disconnect on it. Why, I don't know, but I did. From there, got a fire extinguisher. We do have LED court lights, so when you're out fishing at night, you can see the whole bottom of the boat, whatever. As far as live wells, we got 2 live wells up under the seat. There's an aerator. You see that blue thing over to the side? That's actually an aerator, and there's a valve right there. But from there, we got some good old dirt in there. But hey, catfish like dirt. I actually did install if you can see that thing, that's actually a sacrificial anode to preserve the hull of the boat. What else we got? We got a speedometer. It does work. We got a Q-beam high-powered light. I do a lot of catfishing. Q-beam light does have a cigarette lighter adapter. Got 2 cigarette lighters on the boat. Got one right there. Got another one on the, if you can see that, the bottom side. Got another cigarette lighter adapter there. You got to notice the carpet on the boat. I did all that. It all does match. All the wood on the boat is solid. And as far as wood items on the boat, there's only your little step plates there, and then your front deck is actually plywood as well. The hull of the boat is aluminum. The exterior and interior is aluminum. I installed these drains from, I guess, West Marine. And then the back deck is solid aluminum as well. The transom in the boat was replaced when I got it. When I did get it, the transom in it was a little bit soft. So I did do it right. Did 2 pieces of 3/4 inch marine plywood from the plywood store of Nashville. Sandwiched both of those together, held them together with liquid nails. Then, because the transom did have a few cracks in it, took it to Bowman Welding up in Murfreesboro. He's a professional TIG welder, and had him take care of what cracks there were. But if you notice, there is no movement in that transom. She's rock solid. Does have the, whatever you call that thing, the light, that unplugs and plugs in that little jack thing over there. From there, she's got a new fuel hose on her. Up under the back deck of the boat, we've got our battery, which is fused. It is fused to everything except for the, what do you call that, the starter of the boat, for obvious reasons. No fuse can handle that kind of draw. But that fuse right there feeds the front control panel, which the front control panel is individually fused from there. Hey, she has a compass on the boat so you can figure out where you're going. From there, we got our fuel tank. I think she's a 6-gallon, and then I throw an extra one in here, which is our backup. If you ever was to get out and run out of gas, and she'll pretty much go all day wherever you need to go on one tank of gas. But if you had an emergency situation, you run out of gas, it ain't a disaster. You got a backup. Battery in it's from Walmart. Fuel hose, whatever those lines are, pretty good, I guess. They don't leak. All this hardware on the entire boat. Some of it was steel, some of it wasn't. Everything on the whole boat, all the bolts that hold the transom together, are stainless steel. I put over $200 just in stainless steel fittings on this crazy thing. That right there is the pitot that goes to the speedometer. She's a 48 special. Special means they can't. 48 and a 50 is the same thing. The 48 SPL did not come with power trim. It was actually intended as a tugboat motor of the day, or a working motor. And from there, you don't rightly need trim on one of these little boats anyway. The boat only weighs probably not even 1,000 pounds. So once you get up to speed, if you get going too fast, don't have any weight in the front of the boat, she'll start hopping no matter what. But to pull it up is not that big a deal. From there, we do have off in the hull of the boat, we've got a bilge pump to pump water out the exterior, and then we also have the tsunami pump, which is I think that feeds our live wells. The carpet was done at time of the restoration. This thing right here is my aerator. It has a valve. I always leave it on full throttle, just because if I need to aerate the fish, I'm going to give them some water. And it does have an overflow in there. There's the overflow right there. Got my finger in it. So we got good seats on her. This is the control panel, your forward, reverse, whatever. It does have an alarm on it, so if you do overheat, it will alert you. One other thing that I did do was reroute the. This is your hot water that comes out of the motor. So as you're driving down the river, it does blow the hot water out of there, so you can visually see that your water pump does in fact work. And as far as our controls, we got lights, bilge, aerator, courtesy lights, accessory. We do have a horn that does in fact work. There's our other Eagle 300. Speedometer does work. She runs about 22, 25. I don't know. Maybe on a good day, maybe 27. I don't know. Got our drains from West Marine. I might have said that already. This little box up here with our brass with chrome plate, that's where the battery goes that controls the front trolling motor and the front cigarette lighter. So if you're out fishing and you're running your light and your troller, you can everything in the back is separated, so you can always start the motor. The hull of the boat's pretty good shape. Tires are good. I did replace the hubs and the tires with greasable hubs that have always been greased with Pennzoil marine grease, marine bearing grease, I guess that is. But what else we got on here? The front ball, I think, on it is 1 7/8. It's not a 2-inch. It's whatever the one up under a 2 is. I guess that's 1 7/8. Foot control troller. I don't know if I even showed this. As you can see, the thing does work. She's a motor guide, 24 foot-pound of thrust motor. She'll drag you along, even on a windy day. She'll drag you along. This is one of my favorite things about this whole water vessel. We got a fire extinguisher. Then we also got a backup air horn tucked in over there behind the control. The LED court lights, I did install those just because I catfish and I need lights all night. From there, we got over there are another cigarette lighter. So when I catfish, I plug that Q-beam in that front, and I will scan the lake for I do jug fishing. Scan the lake for my jugs, and I just drive up to them with my troller, scoop them up. What else we got on this thing? As far as the motor goes, pop the hood on her. As you see, our motor is pretty good looking contraption. Only thing I've ever done to this thing is replace the water pump and set the timing on her, and she was ready to rock. Haven't had any issues. The shift linkage is all calibrated properly beforehand, so she shifts into neutral and doesn't rev, and everything on there is appropriate. All the wires appear stock, and pretty good little beast right there. I did put these gigantic stainless steel bolts in here to hold the motor on. It's kind of one of them things that, yeah, is a big deal. Your transom drain is down there, the very bottom beside that left screen looking thing. So there's our screen looking thing. That's actually the intake for the live wells. There's your drain for the overflow of the live wells. There's your depth finder right there. I'm selling it. I'm making a video as we speak. There's our VIN number right there. And that's about all I got.